I really can't stress enough that was a level of brilliance I never anticipated, and I'm really shell-shocked. And I gotta tell you, it's a real tough thing, because I sit here, I go, who the fuck is gonna follow that? But if there's one man that can do it, if there's one person I know who can have very opposite energy than that, and who can take 30 rampaging militant clowns and then walk in by himself and maybe somehow fill the vacuum left behind after what we just saw, it is my friend Connor Ratliff!
Why do we act? What is acting? They say that acting is just plain pretend. But if we pretend that we are acting, then when does acting stop and living begin? Acting is real, but so is faking. And there are fakings that seem awfully nice. Reality sucks, and so does acting. But here we are, and here by and by, I am a professional actor, member of the Screen Actors Guild. I have so many things to tell you, so get ready for your mind to be filled. Acting is fun, and life is a joke. You can't have a fire without having smoke. This is a class, and I am your teacher, so tell me, what do I need to do to reach you?
Hi, Connor. I don't want to interrupt, but you got so many requests for people to act lines.
All right. These are the requests. These are to raise. This is money that's been raised.
This is money that has been raised, a big pile of it. Thank you so much. A round of applause for Connor Ratliff.
Hello, everyone. My name is Connor Ratliff, and this is Connor Ratliff Presents the Acting Class. I know we've had a lot of fun this morning, but it's time to get serious. A lot of people, when I told them that I was going to be doing the acting class at 10 in the morning, they found this amusing. They thought, oh, that's unusual. And it is unusual. I do not normally do the acting class in the morning because it's not a real acting class. It's a show that pretends to be an acting class. When we think of shows, we think of evening. Or we think of a matinee. That's sort of the earliest we imagine the time for acting in person. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 1 o'clock. If it's at noon, it's an unusual circumstance. Maybe it's at a school. Something that we don't really take seriously, if we're being honest, right? But I would suggest that this is the wrong way to think about it, because of course, acting classes happen all the time at 10 in the morning. At academies, at institutes, at universities, at conservatories. They happen at 9 o'clock in the morning. Some of them happen at 8 o'clock in the morning. And when you go see a play, yes, you see it in the evening or you see it in the afternoon, but when do you think they rehearse that play? Very often the call for rehearsal will be 10 in the morning. So stop thinking this is an unusual event. It's normal. And when you work in film and television, I hate to break it to you for those of you who don't know how the industry works, oftentimes your call will be at 5 in the morning to be at hair and makeup by 5:30, and then on the set, ready to act at 6 a.m. So acting can and will happen in the morning. Now we're going to be raising some money here. It's an unusual circumstance because I have made special acting requests available, and these have been sent in for various small dollar amounts of money. And the bidding is still open if you would like to, once they get through these, put in for a special acting request. I'm going to go through the dollar value for you here, okay? For $5, I will say any line of dialogue. I won't just say it, I will act it. All right, there are reasonable exceptions, nothing with slurs. I don't want video of me saying slurs for money. Because even to explain, he did it for charity, it's going to make me look bad. For $10, I will do 2 readings of the same line, and for $20, I will do 3 radically different readings of the same line of dialogue. Now, some of you might be thinking, I already donated, I don't want to give more money, I'm here, I'm watching this. but I do have $1. For $1, I'll act your name. Or the name of someone close to you, unless their name sounds like a slur. And that I will not do. All right. Oh, did I just lose some donations here? Hold on, let me see. These are little slips of paper that have little lines of dialogue. Connor Ratliff, can it please go towards Connor Ratliff? Oh, this is the whole email. Waxing rhapsodic about his hopes for Karate Kid Legends. Okay, this is a deep bull. This won't mean anything to a lot of you, but I want to ask by a show of hands, how many of you have seen the film The Next Karate Kid? Woo! All right, how many of you identify as next heads? Yes. 1. All right. I saw The Next Karate Kid a few years ago. I had never seen it. I'd seen Karate Kid 1, I'd seen Karate Kid 2. The program Cobra Kai started airing, and then they brought in the villain from Karate Kid 3, a movie that I thought was actually The Next Karate Kid. I thought The Next Karate Kid was the 3rd Karate Kid movie. And then Cobra Kai brought in a villain named Terry Silver. He's a crazy billionaire who hates Karate Kid. And so I watched Karate Kid Part 3, and then I watched The Next Karate Kid. I want to be clear about something. I love The Next Karate Kid. I also want to be clear, it is not a good movie. I also want to be clear that it is one of the most original films I've ever seen. It is a film that taught me that being original does not mean that you are doing a good job. But I swear to you, I'm not going to spoil anything from that movie, but I want to recommend to all of you, go home whenever this 24-hour marathon is over, and before you go to sleep, watch The Next Karate Kid. Every scene in that movie goes somewhere that I did not think it was going to go. And they weren't correct choices in terms of storytelling, but I never stopped being surprised, and I think it's magical. And then I kept waiting I started a movement to try to get the Cobra Kai TV series to fold in the reality of The Next Karate Kid. It stars 2-time Academy Award winner Hilary Swank. They started making noise they were going to fold it into the Cobra Kai reality, but they never did. And so Karate Kid Legends for next heads. Next heads are people who want the reality, the fictional reality of The Next Karate Kid to be folded into the Cobra Kai cinematic universe. It doesn't look likely that the Karate Kid Legends movie is going to do this, even though it is folding in the reality of the Jackie Chan Karate Kid movie, which exists in what we thought, in a whole other timeline. Whereas The Next Karate Kid has Mr. Miyagi in it, but Jackie Chan plays Mr. Miyagi in the reboot of the Karate Kid, which is what they're folding in Karate Kid Legends. I think I've satisfied that donation. For $1, Connor Ratliff, act the name Jacob. Jacob? All right, $10.75 from Rachel, and the line of dialogue, and when I read it out, the first time it's for myself, okay? So you're going to hear me read some of these lines. You're going to think, that's the reading, that's what they donated their money for. The first time you hear it from me, I'll be looking. This is going to become clear real quick. I need, for my own process, to be able to go through and maybe hear it, maybe even a couple times, before I produce the actual bid for reading. So the line is, you can do it, Susie. You can win the Montclair Story Slam. You can do it, Susie. You can win the Montclair Story Slam. This is a 10.75 bid, so I offer 2 readings. You can do it, Susie. You can win the Montclair Story Slam. Very different reading. I want to discourage, and I realize it comes from a good place, I don't want any more applause until the end of this year. Because it's a class. It's a class. And if there were students on stage, I would say, yes, let's foster an environment of enthusiasm and encouragement. But I don't need it. Laughter is fine. That's a good workaround if you want to laugh. I'm not going to stop people from laughing. We're all having a lot of fun. $1, Connor acts out your name. My name? They didn't put a name on it. Connor Ratliff? I just assumed that they want my name because they didn't specify a name. All right. There's no dollar amount in this one, so I'm going to assume that this is a $5 bid. So I'm going to do one reading of this. I'd like to take his ... face off. I'd like to take his face off. Line from Last Showgirl. Now, I don't have...
It's in the cut-up ones. It's in the cut-up. There's a folded piece of paper.
There's folded pieces of paper?
It is a folded piece of paper in a binder clip.
Okay, I lost the binder clip. Okay, I see. So this is a line from Last Showgirl. I'm going to find where it is. And I'm going to deliver... Do we know how many readings this is?
I believe that one is 3.
3? Okay. This is our first triple read, if we can find where the dialogue is. I see from that thing you do, I see something from Training Day, something from The Fugitive, something from The Matrix. On the floor?
Over here, you got it.
There. These fell out. Everyone saw this happen. All right.
I've been on the Razzle Dazzle for a while. And I just haven't auditioned for a while.
And that was just for me. I've been on the Razzle Dazzle for so very long, and I just haven't auditioned for a while. I've been on the Razzle Dazzle for a while. I got the line wrong. I'm gonna make sure that these are word perfect, because that's what people have paid for, and we want to give people what they paid for. I've been on the Razzle Dazzle for so very long, and I just haven't auditioned for a while. I've been on the Razzle Dazzle for so very long, and I just haven't auditioned for a while. All right, that's 3 readings. Now, there's a new filing system because I realized that these cards, some of them will line up with these printouts. Wax Sonic Bout Karate Kid, that's been done. And 3 line reads. Maybe just make sure that these aren't on here. All right. 3 line readings of Don't Pet the Leviathan, It's Been Kind of Ticklish Today. Jason Russell. That's what the card says. I'm going to fold this into a larger reality. Don't pet the Leviathan. It's been kind of ticklish today. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the weather. Could be sensing a storm coming. I don't know. Leviathan is a tricky beast. You know, when we first brought this fella in here, I said, we don't have room to contain him. We just did. At the time, it was true. We did not have the storage space. We built all this out. We built this out here. That was all farmland. We had to buy him out. We said, we're going to need more space because we're going to need water, and we're going to need food, and we're going to need a structure that's comfortable for Leviathan. Oh, he was an angry fella. When we got Leviathan here first, he hated me. I'll tell you that much. And I don't blame him. You know, He'd been living a free life before, and now suddenly he's in captivity. He is a he. Got big balls. Big balls. And he was sick. He was sickly. He wasn't well when he got here. And I said, I almost turned in my resignation. And said, you know what? I'm not sure I want to be Leviathan's minder. I don't want to be Leviathan's warden in this prison we're building. But Bezos was very clear. We are going to put the money into this. We are going to put the time and the care, and we're going to have the right minds on it to make sure we build a facility that is state-of-the-art, top-notch. I honestly didn't think it was possible. But I genuinely do believe that Leviathan is happy here. His biggest worry now is that on some days, he gets a little ticklish. That's not the worst thing in the world, is it? A little ticklish. I feel like he's my own. Maybe that's pathetic. Maybe that's me projecting something that isn't there, a bond. But I do feel as though when I wake up in the morning and I come out here and I say, "Good morning, Leviathan, good morning," I feel like he sees me and I feel like he cares. I damn well know I do. This place changed my life. And I started in analytics. I was on SOI. This was back when it was primarily thought of as a bookstore, an online bookstore. And now it is an organization that has made my life feel complete. And so, Jeff, when I tell you that he's a little ticklish today, it's my way of saying thank you, Jeff. And happy birthday. From me to you. I don't think of you as a boss, Jeffrey. I think of you as the man who Sorry. I think of you as the man who made me whole, who gave me the gift of friendship with a creature that I couldn't have fathomed in the days when we were simply trying to crush Barnes & Noble.
We have 4 more donations that just came in.
4 more donations, fantastic. All right, let's see if we can get through these. Oh, wow, okay. I don't always know how many readings are attached to each of these lines, so I apologize if anyone gets short shrift on these.
Rebellions are built on hope. Don't you know that? What do you think they were built on? Well, I'm telling you, they're built on hope. Yes, rebellions. What the fuck are we talking about here? Did I stutter? I said rebellions are built on hope. Rebellions are built on... I don't think it's hokey. I think it's true. If it's hokey, then the truth is hokey. If it's hokey, then the truth is hokey. Rebellions are built on hope.
Jacob? That one puckered up my butthole. That one puckered up my butthole. That one puckered up my butthole! This is the water, and this is the well. Drink full and descend. The horse is the light of the eye and dark within. Just to recap, this is the water, this is the well. The horse is the white of the eye and dark within. Did I mention you should drink full and descend? This is the water, and this is the well. Drink full and descend. You want to stay hydrated. The horse is the white of the eye and dark within. So this is just generally, and you'll be working in this area. This is the water, and this is the well. Drink full and descend. The horse is the white of the eye and dark within. We've been in here about 6 months. Still getting used to the place. This is the water, and this is the well. Drink full and descend. The horse is the white of the eye and dark within. This is the water, and this is the well. Drink full and descend. The horse is the white of the eye and dark within. This is the water, this is the well. Drink full and descend. The horse is the white of the eye and dark within. You know, I know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth. The matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. After 9 years, you know what I realized? Ignorance is bliss. You know, I know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth. The matrix telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. After 9 years, God, has it been 9 years? You know what I realized? Ignorance is bliss. Now I know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth. And yet, the matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. And after 9 years, you know what I realized? Ignorance is bliss. Do you agree? Ignorance is bliss. Keith? Keith? You jet your head forward. You know, I know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth. The matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. But after 9 years, you know what I realized? Ignorance is bliss. Bust your cherry, killing a cop? You know what you get for that chick? The gas chamber! You know what the gas chamber smells like? Pine oil. I'm gonna send you to a pine oil heaven. I'm gonna get that gun, and I'm gonna get that money. And you're not gonna shit, because you're not gonna shoot a cop in the back. That's a line from Training Day. You're gonna bust your cherry killing a cop? You know what you get for that chick? The gas chamber. You know what the gas chamber smells like? Pine oil. I'm gonna send you to pine oil heaven. I'm gonna get that gun, and I'm gonna get that money, and you're not gonna shit, because you're not gonna shoot a cop in the back. Jake, you're gonna bust your cherry, killing a cop. You know what they do to you for killing a cop, Jake? They give you the gas chamber. And you know what the gas chamber smells like? It smells like pine oil. Pine oil. Pine oil. It smells like pine oil. I'm gonna send you to pine oil heaven. Is that what you want? We've talked about our ideas of what happens after we die. Heaven and hell. Has pine oil heaven ever come up in the conversation, Jake? Even once? Has that ever been on the menu? Imagine what kind of monkey's paw trick that is. You get to heaven and it smells like pine oil. There's no version of heaven I want to go to. I say, send me to hell. I don't care what it smells like. Send me to hell. So I don't think you are going to shoot a cat in the back, Jay. I'm going to turn my back to you. Come on, you're going to go to final heaven? Shoot me in the back. Come on, do it. I dare you. You're a coward. Yeah. That's right. You're not going to do shit. Nobody's bigger than me. King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
I have wasted thousands and thousands of kisses on you. Kisses that I thought were special because of your lips and your smile and all your color and life. I used to think that was the real you when you smiled. But now I know you don't mean any of it. You just save it for all your songs. Shame on me for kissing you with my eyes closed so tight! I have wasted thousands and thousands of kisses on you. Kisses that I thought were special because of your lips and your smile and all your color and life. I used to think that was the real you when you smiled. But now I know you don't mean any of it. You just save it for all your songs. Shame on me for kissing you with my eyes closed so tight. I have wasted thousands and thousands of kisses on you. Kisses that I thought were special. Because of your lips and your smile and all your color and life. I used to think that was the real you. But now I know that you don't mean any of it. You just save it for all your songs. Shame on me for kissing you with my eyes closed so tight. You doing that thing you do. Breaking my heart into a million pieces. When you do that thing you do. That thing that you do. That is from that thing you do. Let's see what's next. Here, some of the fresh ones here. Is this something you can share with the rest of us, Amazing Larry? Is this something you can share with the rest of us, Amazing Larry? Is this something you can share with the rest of us, Amazing Larry? Okay. Larry doesn't want to share. Selfish Larry, that's what we're going to call you now. Not Amazing Larry, Selfish Larry. I want this to spread. I want it to catch on. Selfish Larry, I want to hear it. Say Selfish Larry, Selfish Larry, Selfish Larry, Selfish Larry,
All right, 2 at a time. Selfish Larry. 3, selfish Larry. This whole section, selfish Larry. Selfish Larry, selfish Larry, selfish Larry, selfish Larry, selfish. Wouldn't it have been easier to just share whatever the fuck you were doing? I don't know what's so goddamn amazing about doing something and I see it in the corner of my eye, and I look over, I realize you're hiding whatever you've got. We all would like to see what you were laughing at. But no, selfish Larry doesn't want to share. Selfish Larry, selfish Larry, selfish Larry. Selfish Larry. People are going to sign that on your goddamn yearbook. And I'm the one who made it happen. A substitute teacher. I'm going to be. That's why I do this. I don't give a shit. This has no repercussions on me. What, they're not going to give me more assignments? They need people like me because they don't pay teachers enough. So they need substitutes. So their standards are low. Because who wants to come in here? This is a fucking war zone. And I'm going to come in as a day player into this place where there could be a school shooting any day of the week. And I'm not even part of the staff. I'm not even someone where if I'm the one who takes the bullet, people are like, oh, we missed him, we loved him. No, they won't know who I am. They won't know who I am because I'm a substitute teacher. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? Do I have a death wish, Larry? Maybe I do. Maybe I do have a death wish, Larry. But I'm not selfish. I'm brave. Maybe foolish. Brave Mr. Olson. Say it. Brave Mr. Olson. Oh, maybe you'll remember that. Oh, I don't want to die here. Oh, every day at the end of the day, I'm like, it was another one of the good days. I really say that. I really say that at the end of each day. I say it was another one of the good days in America. Isn't that sick? Why are the floors in this school so sticky? No one will tell me. No one will tell me, but I can tell the people who work here full time, they know. They know why the floors are so sticky here, and no one will tell me, and it feels like a prank on me. And there's no way that they made the floors in the entire school sticky just to fool one substitute teacher. So it's either a prank on all substitute teachers, or it's not a prank, in which case I want to know what it is. Why are the floors so sticky? Do you know why, Larry? Because if you tell me why, then I'll revoke the new nickname. You can go back to being the Amazing Larry. Sorry that I made a gun gesture. I realize that's sensitive. Should probably take attendance. Kevin McIntyre? Kevin McIntyre? Okay, not here. Great. Bobby Martin? Here. Bobby, good to see you here. Bobby Martin. Bobby Martin. That is, honest to God, that was my uncle's name. Bobby Martin. He drowned. Sebastian Maroon? Maroon?
Here.
Maroon or Maroon? Do I have that right? Maroon? Maroon. Maroon? Maroon. Do I do the pause like that? Maroon? Or are you doing that for my benefit?
No, it's
Sebastian Maroon. Maroon. Sebastian Maroon. Sebastian Maroon. Kevin Wingertson. Kevin Wingertson. Wingertzahn. Not here. Okay. Hope he's okay. Really? Wingertson? Wingertson. Wingertson? Wingertson. Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin Wingertson.
Yeah.
Where were you a second ago?
I wasn't paying attention.
No, Kevin. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for not being a smartass. I appreciate it. It's a breath of fresh air. You fucked up. You weren't paying attention. But you owned it. That is the one lesson I am going to teach today that I hope you take with you. All right? We need more honest people who are willing to own their... All right, I can't say in school, so I have to drop the audio when I say it. Can't say. A lot of words I didn't say in school, but I didn't say them. I dropped the audio out. Can't say I can't say that. I can't say I'm gonna beat you. I can't say your mother last night. I can't say, oh, your father gave me it. Why? Hey, how'd you do that? Well, none of your business, and I can't say it. You. I want to take his face off. I don't know if we're all, if no one, unless someone else already, I want to take his face off. Because we agreed we're going to take his face off. I would like to be the one to actually physically remove the face, just so I can get the reps in if we're going to be doing this a lot, if this is our business, doing face swaps for people. I'd like to just do it, because like Jerry's done it a few times, and Samantha's done it 6 times, and I haven't done it once, and I feel like I've watched it enough that I know how to do it. I know exactly where to put my fingers, and where to put the little tool that we use. I want to take his face off. And if not him today, then I want to just like, next time we're doing one of these, I want to take his face off. Just put me on the goddamn list for like nexties. I'm calling nexties for taking face off. Okay? Alright, I ain't gonna kill you. Hell, I'm gonna grant your greatest wish. I'm gonna show you a world without sin. I ain't gonna kill you. Hell, I'm gonna grant your greatest wish. I'm gonna show you a world without sin. It was my senior thesis film. And I know you keep asking about it. I'm embarrassed by it. As you know, I made it like 15 years ago, and it's stupid. But you keep asking, so I know you thought I was gonna. I still am gonna euthanize you properly. That is my main job. But I know that in our conversations leading up to this, you keep asking, "Can I see your senior thesis film before you euthanize me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm never gonna." Over your dead body, I'm not going to. But here we are. I'm not gonna kill you. Hell. I'm gonna grant your greatest wish. I'm gonna show you a world without sin, and then I'm gonna euthanize you. So I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna leave you about 17 minutes, and then maybe a few more minutes just to, because there's a lot of big ideas. When I made the film, I was sort of being very ambitious thematically, and then I'll come back in and I'll put the chemicals in. Hey, Max! Look! It's the Leaning Tower of Chisa. Hey, Max! Look! It's the Leaning Tower of Chisa. Why aren't you laughing? Max? It's the Leaning Tower of Chisa. Hey, Max! Look! It's the Leaning... I'm not even looking. Max! Yeah, no, I know, this is my son. I'm trying to tell my son. Hey, Max, look, it's the Leaning Tower. Who is he talking to? Max, what are you doing? Don't talk to her. Oh, God. My son's talking to that girl's just way out of his league. Hey, Max, look, it's the... I don't want to embarrass him. But he's... Oh, God. She just turned around, didn't even say anything. Oh, that's sad. Hey, Max, look! It's the Leaning Tower of Chisa. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy. Buddy, I'm sorry. Nah, come here. Bring it in. She's not worth it, okay? She's a jerk. I don't know if you heard me before, Max. Let me look over my shoulder. It's a Leaning Tower, yeah. I knew you'd like that. Well. It isn't Tim Ireland and Joanna Fang, the two people who ruined my life. Tim Ireland and Joanna Fang. Shame on you both. Shame on you, Tim, Joanna. How dare you show your faces here? Tim Ireland and Joanna Fang. That was worth $1. All right. Okay, this one's a long one. You know, during World War II, my Uncle Arnie ran a tar scam on the Lower East Side. There was this Jewish gangster, Lou Goldstein, who ran a crew called the Jelly Bean Boys, and Uncle Arnie came within a flying inch close to federal prison. You know, during World War II, my Uncle Arnie ran a tar scam on the Lower East Side. There was this Jewish gangster named Lou Goldstein who ran a crew called the Jelly Bean Boys. And Uncle Arnie came within a flying inch close to federal prison. You know, during World War II, my Uncle Arnie ran a tar scam on the Lower East Side. There was this Jewish gangster named Lou Goldstein who ran a crew called the Jelly Bean Boys. And Uncle Arnie came within a flying inch close to federal prison. You ever hear of the Jelly Bean Boys? Oh, they were bad boys. They called them the Jelly Bean Boys because they would slather themselves from head to toe in gelatin, which is made from hooves. They looked terrible. And it's kind of amazing, based on the handful of photos that I saw of them, that they got such an adorable nickname. Because they really looked like they had crawled through a birthing canal. They were just slathered in gelatin from head to toe. They were not dressed in primary colors like jelly beans. It is amazing that they made it stick. Because I don't have an option for a name for them, but I would have called them the Disgusting Boys. And I also think it's a better name for a gang. Like, if you know, the Disgusting Boys are coming, you're like, oh no, they're criminals, and they might do something disgusting. Whereas the Jelly Bean Boys, I feel like most people, unless you have an aversion to sweets, would welcome their arrival just based on the name. Here come the Jelly Bean Boys. But maybe they were playing on that. Maybe they liked the disconnect. Such a jolly name for such a vicious crew of criminals. Anyway, it was a tar scam. It's just short for guitar. They stole guitars that didn't work. Back in the days, they called it a tar scam. You'd make a guitar, it looked like a guitar, and then to demonstrate it, they would have a Victrola behind a curtain, and it would have a recording of some fairly decent but not too excellent guitar playing. Because if it sounded too good, if you played a Django Reinhardt record or something, you'd start to think, wait a second, you can't play the guitar that well. But that was the key. They'd play a record. It was a 78 of some very average guitar playing. And so they'd say, I made this guitar, and they'd sort of, you know, they had the fingerings so it would look right, and they'd hear the music and say, I'd love to buy that guitar. And then they'd give them the guitar, they'd take their money, and then the Jelly Bean Boys, who of course were covered from head to toe in gelatin, would get out of there. They'd scram immediately, having sold a guitar that doesn't work. A tar scam. On the Lower East Side, learn something new every day. Happy birthday and happy anniversary, Jared Sokoloff. I love you. Your girlfriend, your GF, RJ, and Cat, Gloria. Happy birthday and happy anniversary, Jared Sokoloff. Love you. Your GF, RJ, and your cat, Gloria. I love all three of you, even though I know you don't all have a birthday today. I love you. Happy birthday and happy anniversary, Jared Sokoloff. Love you. Love your GF, RJ. I wish I knew what it stood for. RJ. So many names. Start with R. So many names start with J. I'm a little tipsy, I apologize. This has been a wonderful day, celebrating the birthday and the anniversary at the same time. And so many friendly faces that I haven't seen in quite a long time. Oh, the amazing Larry is here. Hello, Larry. How are you? And of course, I also love your cat, Gloria. Gloria's celebrating no occasion today, for it is not Gloria's birthday, nor does Gloria share in the anniversary. I don't know if there's a cat holiday. Perhaps there is, perhaps there isn't. I don't know. Can't be expected to know everything. I can't be. I am the editor of the Encyclopedia Britannica. People think I know it all, but I don't. Heavy, where's the crown? How's it go? Heavy lies the crown. Oh, I wish I was a brighter man. In my position, people assume I'm learned. Jared, RJ, Gloria, I'm rambling now, I'm sorry. To you, to the birthday, to the anniversary, to whatever mysterious cat holiday it is, I'm sure it's one. Cats have 9 lives, let's drink to that. Oh. Off topic, but I feel sad that the word pussy has meanings that render it socially inappropriate. Because it's what as a child, I used to call my cat. And as I grew older, I learned it was not an acceptable term in polite company, or at least it rings weird when you say it. Even if you preface it by saying, I'm talking about your cat, Gloria, a pussy cat. Even if you have it with the modifier at the end for cat, to be clear what you're saying. There's still a feeling in the room that I've done something wrong, and I haven't. I've done nothing wrong. Vouch for me, Larry, I've done nothing wrong. Amazing. Amazing but selfish, Larry.
Brittany, Brian, Brez, Lisa, Courtney. Brittany, Brian, Brez, soft. The S at the end. It's sibilant. Is it voiced or unvoiced? Is it so it's voiced. Do we know the difference of that? A voiced sibilant, like a voiced or an unvoiced plosive? Like, do we know the difference? A labial plosive in the lips. A labial plosive can be voiced or unvoiced. That is an unvoiced labial plosive because I'm not putting any sound through it. I put no melody through it. A voiced labial plosive. A voiced labial plosive is buh. Do you see the difference? So Brez, that's a sibilant, a voiced sibilant. Brez. Brittany, Brian, Brez, Lisa, Courtney. Brittany, Brian, Brez, Lisa, Courtney. These are friends? Yes. These are friends. We have a tie. We have a 5-way tie in the spelling bee. We've gone on long enough. Brittany, Brian, Brez, Lisa, and Courtney. We've reached a point where we can't keep doing this. You can all spell. Normally there is a breaking point where something will stump you, but Brittany, Brian, Brez, Lisa, and Courtney, we have been here for a week. We have taken breaks. We took a day off. Thought maybe come back, start it over, but Brittany, Brian, Brez, Lisa, and Courtney continue to spell everything correctly, and it has taken all the joy from this spelling bee, even though logically it would be cause for celebration to have a 5-way tie. Except the prize was a car, so now legally we are obligated to give 5 cars. A car for Brittany, a car for Brian, a car for Brez, a car for Lisa, and a car for Courtney. And we have not budgeted for this, so we're going to have to either cut back hours or fire someone. Unless we can get all 5 winners to agree to forfeit the winnings, and I've talked to Brittany, Brian, Brez, Lisa, and Courtney. No one is willing to budge. They all want the car. Or to keep spelling, and we can't do that. We can't keep spelling. We absolutely can. I'm sorry. Brittany, Brian, Brez, Lisa, Courtney, you're very good at spelling. It's unbelievable. UNBELIVBLE. I'm Connor Ratliff, and I will say slurs for money. I'm Connor Ratliff, and I will say slurs for money. I'm Connor Ratliff, and I will say slurs for money. I'm Connor Ratliff, and I will say slurs for money.
I can eat a peach for hours. Time me! Get up your stopwatch! I can eat a peach for hours. I love peaches and I like going slow.
I could eat a peach for hours. What time would it be? All right, so we're starting right in a minute. I could eat a peach for hours. Yum, 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 yum. And when I say that, I mean like hours from now, meaning more than 2. There'll still be some edible part of the peach left because I go so slow. First, I ate the skin in little bitty bites with none of the actual meat of the fruit. Hours a lot of ground. I could eat a peach for hours. My name is Mr. Rap, and I take no... My name is Mr. Rap, and I take no... Crap. Correct answer was crap. My name is Mr. Rap, and I take no... My name is Mr. Rap, and I take no... Crap. The answer was crap. I think I've gone through them all. Are there more lines? Hold on. Correct. I want to talk to a non-actor. You're a non-actor? Why? Why aren't you an actor?
Because I work behind the camera.
You work behind the camera. Do you film actors?
I do sound.
You do sound. You record the sound. So you hold like this?
Yep.
You hold like this?
Yep.
You ever do this?
Sometimes.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Oh, if I gotta hide behind something, I can do it with one hand on my shoulder.
Like that, where you put your other hand on your hip?
Yeah, or just
Like that?
Hand signals, be like, hey,
Hand signals, wave at the rest of the crew?
Yeah.
You hold it like that? You like that?
Camera, like, hey, I'm gonna move here.
Do you have a persona that you play when you're doing sound that's different from what you feel you are like at home?
Yeah, on set I try and play a nice person.
But at home you were cruel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm like, loud, dirty, bodacious, that's but
Loud, dirty, bodacious. What's your first name?
Mike.
Mike? Hi there, I'm loud, dirty, bodacious Mike. Now I'm willing to record sound on your next, I don't know, what do we call them now? Streamies? Streamers? Films, TVs, TV shows? And tell you what, when I mess up, I own it. I own it. Like Kevin Whitescart sound. He's my personal hero because he owns up. Was it right? Was it Kevin? Hold on, say it to the mic. Kevin? And how's he pronounce the last name? Winkertson. Let's get it clean, all right? Do you know what that means, Kevin, when I say let's get it clean? Hold on, I can do it with one hand. Winkertson? Kevin Winkertson, my personal hero and savior. He set an example for me. I saw him one day. He made a mistake, and he owned it. He said, I made a mistake, and I own it. Those weren't his words, but that was the intention behind it. Anyway, if you're like a guy who pretends to be nice on the set, but at home I'm loud, nasty, bodacious. What's the other word, Mike?
You got it.
Loud, nasty, and bodacious. Because there's something that adds a little frisson to the set. We're like, Mike seems like a nice guy, but he told me that when he goes home at night, he's loud, nasty, and bodacious. Gives you a little pop, little mystery, little something. Anyway, hey, watch this. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Ah! Pretty fucking good for a $1,000 microphone. Watch this. Ah! Oh, shit. Sorry. Sorry. You're mad. Doesn't always work. I'm not perfect. You know, my birth name was Michael. Michael! Michael! That's what my mom used to yell when it was dinner time. Michael! I said, when I grow up, I'm gonna knock that cull right off. Mama, you keep that cull. When I left home, I said, Mama, you keep that cull. It's just Mike now. Loud, nasty, bodacious Mike. You keep that cull. You keep it right here on your kitchen floor, Mama. I hate you, Mama. I hate you. Why'd I say that to her? She was nothing but nice to me. When she was calling Michael, it was for dinner. Dinner she had made after working a full-time job to feed us. There were 6 of us. We're a Catholic family. And the church said, no, you can't do anything to stop this. You're gonna have kids. Anyway, hire me to work on your movie. It's 11 o'clock. Please keep donating. Please keep being loud, nasty, and bodacious. Please keep owning your shit like Kevin. Please keep winning the spelling bees. And please keep being amazing. Selfish Larry, amazing Larry, amazing Larry, amazing Larry. Thank you, class dismissed.
Wow, Connor Ratliff, acting class, everybody. Connor, Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Connor, acting class is a regular running show at UCB.
That's right, there will be a show this Wednesday. We're celebrating the first anniversary of the show here. Please attend or tell some friends to attend. I would like some people to show up for it.
Connor Ratliff, one of my oldest and most brilliant friends at this point, and what a joy to watch you work. And during this day where I get to reflect so much, also, you and I don't see each other nearly as much as we did back in the day when we were like together multiple times a week. But one thing I love about Connor is sometimes I get in my head about having distance from my friends because I have a kid. I live in New Jersey. We all split. You also learn you do these intense art projects, and when they're over, naturally you're not as intensely connected. But anytime I call you, you pick up the phone, and the way you pick up the phone is always like, yeah, hey, what's going on? Like, it's instantly right back into it.
Did you get a nap during my show?
No, I didn't. I watched a bunch out here, and then I sat on the couch in front of the monitor and watched Keith's beautiful camera work and the beautiful direction of all the different things, and I just sort of like zoned out and watched in the back and enjoyed it.
That's almost as good as a nap. I'm glad you got a little rest at least.
I got off my feet for the first time in hours, but I enjoyed your work so immensely because I think you're a really brilliant soul. Connor Ratliff, everybody. Connor Ratliff.